Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Cue Edge's theme song because we're about to find out what cool things happened on this day. As the title suggests, in each episode of Music History, I will talk about some interesting events that took place today, January 13th. For time's sake, I'm not going to mention every single moment. Instead, I'll just hit the highlights. I chose 10 items that I thought were particularly fascinating. I organized them into chronological order. Let's begin. First, on this day in 1954, Trevor Rabin, the tremendous guitarist for prog rock band Yes, was born. On this day in 1962, country juggernaut Trace Atkins was born. On this day in 1968, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, put on a stupendous show for an orange-clad audience at Folsom State Prison, located in California. Rolling Stone magazine raved about this particular album, ranking it rather well, taking 88th on their 500 greatest albums of all time list. On this day in 1970, following the Beatles' breakup, John Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono bid goodbye to their long locks of hair, chopping them off so it could go to a charity auction. On this day in 1972, the astonishing Aretha Franklin initiated the first of 2 concerts that took place at the New Temple Missionary Baptist Church, which would appear on her glamorous live album, Amazing Grace, later that summer. All told, Amazing Grace gathered over 2 million copies after it came out. On this day in 1973, Eric Clapton, fueled by close friend Pete Townshend, staged what he hoped would be his comeback concert at London's Rainbow Theatre. 8 months later, Eric Clapton's remarkable Rainbow concert was made available to the public. On this day in 1978, the Police began putting together their outstanding debut album with a fancy French title, Outlandos d'Amour. Creme Brulee sold separately. This title translates to Outlaws of Love. Roxanne especially got listeners' attention. Sales exceeded 1 million copies in the US, so it goes without saying that the Police were off to a very promising start. On this day in 1979, Donny Hathaway tragically died after he plummeted off the 15th floor of his hotel room to the street below. He was only 34. Rest in peace, dear Donnie. Also on this day in 1979, in an amusing twist, the YMCA organization angrily filed a lawsuit against the Village People after they intentionally, or perhaps coincidentally, released a song with the same name, YMCA. Eventually, the YMCA changed their mind and revoked the lawsuit. However, I'm sure none of the Village People members are allowed to get YMCA memberships. Finally, last but certainly not least, on this day in 2011, gifted guitarist for the Charlie Daniels Band, Tommy Crane, passed away at age 59. May he rest in peace. Well, that concludes our blast from the past. Hopefully, you learned some new information. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.